As we see here, Klay Thompson is maybe taking it all in, man, because it might be his last time in a Warriors uniform because he's going to the offseason. And just 6 hours ago, we got it confirmed that the Warriors have not been negotiating contracts with him. A lot of people fail to realize before this injury with Klay Thompson in the 2018 or 19 NBA Finals, this man was a dog. This man was taking over the storm, dunking over people sometimes. Not all the time. I'm not going to say all the time. But this man is probably the most consistent rhythm shooter of all time. You could never knock him out of rhythm. This man had like 37 points against the Bulls on like 10 dribbles. Maybe not even that. This man has the most points in like 3 quarters ever. I think it's like 67 or it's some crazy shit, okay? Klay Thompson is my favorite player. And so I'm not a Warriors fan, okay? It might seem like I'm a Warriors fan because all I do is talk Warriors, because that's what I grew up with. Like, I grew up with Derrick Rose 2011-2012 season, and then obviously the Warriors, man. And Klay Thompson is my favorite player of all time. And hearing that he might be traded to the Orlando Magic or even go to the Chicago Bulls with Jonathan Kuminga for Zach LaVine if it's a sign and trade, I'm heartbroken as a fan. But we got to ask ourselves, how did Klay Thompson get to this point? And personally, I want to say it's not because of skill. Yes, his skill has declined, but I feel like his skill only declined because he wants to be the player he used to play. Stephen Curry is still the player he used to be. Steph Curry is Steph Curry. LeBron is LeBron. Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. We're forgetting that Klay Thompson's not an MVP winner, he's all NBA. Yeah, he's all NBA, all-star, one of the greatest shooters of all time. He's even beating Steph Curry in three-point contests, for crying out loud. In like 2016, this man came off an injury and beat the Boston Celtics. In his first game back, he came dunking. He dunked it his first game back, and he dunked on somebody. I mean, on somebody. But if you look at it, 2016, 17, 18, and to the end of the 2019 season, Klay Thompson was all-star. This man was a pure bucket getter. If he got past the ball, he doesn't care who's in his face. He doesn't care who's around him. He doesn't care anything in the world. That man's shooting. He's hitting that sidestep dribble, pull up, green. Like, that man is a dog, and that's why he's my favorite player, because he's shown everybody that he took something that wasn't popular when he joined the league. Okay, when it joined the league in 2011 when the 11th draft pick by the Golden State Warriors, shooting was not crazy like that. We had people like Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, like Kevin Durant. He was like a midi specialist, that little midi hezzy tween pull up. We had LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. Shooting was like not what it was until Curry joined the league. And then these two changed basketball forever. People love to say Curry changed the league forever, but I forget that his accomplice in Klay Thompson also helped that narrative as well. Because I feel like this might be a hot take, but without Klay Thompson, I don't think without Draymond and Klay Thompson, Steph Curry would maybe not be Steph Curry. With the way that Draymond Green sets both Klay Thompson and Steph Curry up, it's like a masterclass. They did not need Kevin Durant, and we saw that in the 21 season. They had Jordan Poole, who's my second favorite player of all time. I love that man, even though he gets a lot of hate now. I love Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole was great. Everybody on this team was great. Kevon Looney is super underrated as a big man. Even in this playoff series, like last playoff series they had, he was averaging like 20 rebounds a game. And Draymond Green, yeah, he likes to punch people, and yeah, he likes to do dumb shit, and I get that's his way of doing things, but this team is so well articulated. I feel like if Klay Thompson's working this offseason and he comes back and Steph Curry, Draymond doesn't get any trouble, Jonathan Kuminga's being Jonathan Kuminga, maybe we put him in the starting lineup, we get Moses Moody going, Kevon Looney is getting paid $10 million a year, we could be a competent team again. I think Klay Thompson, and even he said it in tons of podcasts on All the Smoke and other podcasts that he's been on, even with Paul George on the podcast P. I watch everything Klay Thompson because I just love hearing him talk. I think he's a great person as well as a basketball player. I think he wants to be that player he used to be that you're seeing in these clips right here, right now, but he's not. I'm not saying that he's bad at all. He's not bad. But you see the shot that he just made right there? He's taking those shots today. You know what I'm saying? He's not as athletic as he used to be. His jump shot's still silky smooth, but I feel like he's not going to be shooting over the top of defenders. His shot will never go away. That's something you can never take from a player. If Derrick Rose had a jump shot, he'd probably still be going. He'd probably still be competent because he had a jump shot. Derrick Rose didn't really have the excelled jump shot, and yeah, injuries those kind of injuries. But Klay Thompson had an injury that I showed previously, and then in the off season where he was working and getting better after the injury, he injured his other meniscus, and then it sat him out for 2 to 3 whole years. And this man came back and helped him win ring number 4 against the Boston Celtics, who had Jason Tatum. I don't care if you guys said he was injured or whatever, but they still had Jaylen Brown. They still had Robert Williams. They still had Al Horford. They still had a crazy stacked team. And they had DPOY that year, if I'm not mistaken, and Marcus Smart. So they beat that team. They were down 0-2, and they came back from that. So, I mean, and Klay Thompson was a big part, and I loved seeing that. I loved seeing Curry get that Finals MVP. But Klay Thompson is still a good player, and wherever he goes, I go. I'm going to support whatever team he goes to. I'm not going to be a Warriors fan anymore. If Klay Thompson leaves, I'm not going to be a Warriors fan anymore. I'm watching Klay Thompson. And I don't care if he's 47 years old and he still wants to be playing and he's shooting 0 for 30. I don't give a fuck. I'm still watching him because this is who I love to watch. And I know there's a lot of rumors that Klay Thompson washed, that boy sucks and shit like that. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't have Draymond Green getting him open. But I do feel like you could put Klay Thompson on any team and he could be good. I think Klay Thompson could go anywhere and be good because once he gets that rock in his hands, he's pulling up. He's shooting. It don't matter where the fuck he is on the court. Once Klay Thompson fingertip touched that ball, in his brain, he knows he's shooting that ball. And he's confident. That's one thing I hate people talking shit about him because if you guys keep talking shit about him and you guys keep saying he's a bad player, he's washed, he's old, he sucks, he needs to be traded, he needs to leave the league, his confidence is going to go down and he's not going to want to shoot the shots that he used to be able to make, and he's not going to feel confident in shooting the shots that he is able to make. And it's just going to make him not as good. And I bet he's on podcasts and I bet he's on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, and he hears the criticism and it low-key probably gets to him because these guys are real people at the end of the day. And if you don't think sometimes criticism gets to him, and I know, yeah, he throws the 4s up, says I got 4 rings, he talks a lot of shit. I get that, but when you're that good, you deserve to be able to talk a little shit. These guys went on a crazy run for those 5 years. In 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019 they lost, 2020 bubble, 2021 they won. Or no, 2021 the Bucks won, but 2022 the Warriors won. So they got 4, and he helped them win 4 because he was healthy for the entire playoffs. And you know what I mean? He has right to talk shit. And yeah, he might not be the player he once was. But nobody could sit here and say that he's not a good NBA player because he is one of the top NBA players in the league. I don't care what anybody says. He's one of the best shooters in the league. We've never seen nothing like it before him. Yeah, there's a lot of people now like fucking Franz Wagner. You got fucking Jalen Brunson cooking up. We got all these players, Kobe White. We got all these players I could talk about that are cooking up and changing the game and going crazy. Anthony Edwards, shit like that, okay? Jaden McDaniels, baby. But yeah, like Klay Thompson changed the game, whether we like it or not, and he's my favorite player because of it. But without further ado, you guys let me know where he's gonna land this offseason, if he's still gonna be good on the team he goes to. If you guys don't know, I'm going to the military, so this is gonna be my last video for a good while. So I love you guys once again. It's your boy Zeno, and I'm out.